Now, looking at stage 15 here in LaFerrari Aperta and using TouchDrive, getting that 119 time for all the blueprint unlocks isn't exactly an easy feat in the slightest. The track and car don't really go very well together, and definitely not with TouchDrive. So, to get into this event in the first place, you'll need to have the Aventador at least 3 stars, because at 3 stars you can have the car up as far as 3,417 rating, so you can get it well past that 3,300 without the use of epic import parts. The only issue is, even when you have the car at that rating, using TouchDrive, you're going to have some like serious issues on certain parts in this course. And might even suggest like where some of it would be possible, and even if people weren't too comfortable with it, there is a part in particular in the middle of this where it might be an idea to try and switch over to manual just to do that, because of how confused the car gets with TouchDrive. But one of the main things is when you go up onto the roof area at the start here, you want to not drift on the solar panel portion of this roof on the next area. So when you jump out here, I would normally drift. Because the Aventador J is width, it tends to slide off if you use drifting on that the solar panels in particular. And you need to keep the car as straight as possible, which means going straight on this route and then coming around and whoa, trying to recover off that. But yeah, very, very dangerous course. But here's the area in particular where TouchDrive just has massive issues with, and you want to go like up towards this middle area, but TouchDrive just does not want to or seem to understand how to maintain speed at that junction, and it really does just get confused. And it might be an idea to just take the car out of TouchDrive and go back to manual for even that, just to try to keep the car in as straight a pattern as possible. But yeah, every single run that I've had with this one, I've had issues in that particular place, and it is just nightmare fueled. You've probably noticed this yourself if you've given this a run in TouchDrive, but it is definitely possible. There was some really bad stuff going on. But yeah, like here, when you're coming onto these solar panels, if you drift in TouchDrive, the car's end just falls out over the back of the solar panels. Here you have to make sure and select the furthest right option so that you're going straight on this pier wharf area. But yeah, of course, like boosting too fast here put the car a bit over the edge, and that's a double tap of the brake button to get the car flipped back onto its wheels. It's a very handy technique, especially in both TouchDrive and manual drive, that works. But here, when you're coming up to there, note the fact that you can just press start and select manual controls for a second even. And even if you're not that comfortable using manual controls, all you need to do is, once you hit that barrel roll ramp, if you were to change over to them, use manual controls to try to land that and head towards the tunnel area. And you should be, you'll find it a whole lot easier than the crazy ways that the TouchDrive takes it. If you are using TouchDrive, make sure you set the right path whilst you're in the air. As you can see, if you go back and look at what I selected when going through it, there's a little it looks like an S-shaped pattern, but yeah, you definitely want to be selecting that one if you're insist on using TouchDrive for that area, because of the fact that otherwise the car does this really long loop out and around, and it is just an absolute consumer of time. So you won't make the time if you allow the car to kind of do what it wants to do there, especially in TouchDrive. But yeah, again, this one is possible, but I would strongly advise just maybe in that middle area giving it a shot. Just like when you're coming up to that barrel roll ramp especially, just press start there and go into your controls and select manual, and all you need to do is just nail that landing and going into the tunnel. And then if you're not comfortable with steering from that point on, you can just press start again and just go straight back into TouchDrive, and let TouchDrive resume for the rest of the race, where it's not too bad. But yeah, that middle area especially, you might need to change over. But yeah, like I say, they're using TouchDrive from start to finish. It is possible, but it is actually quite difficult. But good luck, guys. Let us know if you had trouble with this one in the comments, or maybe I'm just doing something really wrong with this, but the way I'm using my Aventador J here. Okay, guys, good luck. And yeah, there's a sub button over my head. Like I said, I've tried and follow along each one of these days, and manual and TouchDrive, and see if they can be done and what can be gotten out of this event for all Asphalt players. Okay, guys, good luck and drive safe.